Just so you know, this is 20 years in the making. It should be under 7 minutes. After countless hours of revisions and additions. While honoring both Dirk and Cara today, I'd like to share with everyone my incomprehensible appreciation of the groom. Ever since I met Dirk in the spring of '91 at UC Davis, we both ran together briefly, we overlapped. He beat me most of those times. Ever since that time, I've been fascinated with what makes Dirk tick. I'm wired differently. This is the confession I hear quite often from Dirk, while he explains his unorthodox behavior. But are his actions truly irrational and vexing, for those of you who know Dirk? To the untrained eye, yes, Dirk can be an enigma of baffling magnitude, but having hung out with him over the years, I've begun to see a philosophy which directs his seemingly bizarre behavior. I see it as my duty, Cara, to assist you so that you will better understand your husband, especially since you both will be moving to Boston and far away from people who might be able to comprehend Dirk's actions and have an inkling of tolerance. There are many tenets which comprise the dogma of Dirk, of which I have only come up with a handful, sadly. I'm sure there's volumes more to go. Here are 6 tenets, so I'll only bore you with 6, that I have translated from the Tao of Dirk. Tenet number 1. Furniture does not make the man. When I first met Dirk, he slept on the floor in his sleeping bag, sometimes used a chest of drawers, and studied on a fold-out card table from the 50s. His Spartan lifestyle was admirable, all the more so when we could hear the pleadings from his family to at least move his bed. To Dirk, furniture is superfluous. His living space needs to have plenty of room for tenet number 2. Tenet number 2, clutter is a full mind. The saying goes, a cluttered desk or car, room, bathroom, apartment is a cluttered mind. But what, I ask, is an empty mind? Or an empty desk. To Dirk, it is an empty mind. Dirk places a premium on clutter and has perfected the practice in all of his living spaces. The random brochures, CDs, magazine, t-shirts from Big Devin, takeout menus, toothbrushes, textbooks, laundry, newspapers, and other oddities that he has collected during his travels will provide Dirk with a never-ending reservoir of instantaneous distractions. For a person to have a full mind, it must be cluttered. Tenet number 3. If it has been on the floor for 7 days, it's clean. Clothes, dishes, toiletries, and other used objects will eventually become clean in a week, right? Regardless, Dirk will not succumb to the industrial military cleaning supply complex. As a result, Dirk's immune system is rock solid. Bear with me, I have only 2 more to go. Tenet number 4, be unpredictable. This is my personal favorite. Life is mundane enough. Why comply with due dates, meeting times, and appointments? By keeping others guessing, you'll always have the upper hand. The same goes with academics. No one saw the bachelor's in English leading to a master's in biology. A brilliant move that kept your future employers guessing. Another strategy I particularly like is the phone call invite to an event that will be starting in 5 minutes in a distant location. Oh, I'm going to your wedding? Oh. And let's not forget all the airlines that scrambled to fill that one missing seat at the last minute. And finally, when you least expect it, he'll clear his throat in the manner he does so well, and you will have forgotten everything you've been doing up to that point. Needless to say, Dirk is a big believer in chaos theory. Tenet number 5, be everyone's friend. Perhaps the most beloved of his tenets, Dirk wholeheartedly gives those he is in immediate contact his undivided attention. There is no one I know who will give you everything he's got. Handshakes, beer, obscure music CDs, advice, a running partner, science lectures, random videos, DVDs, Gatorade, sympathy, spirited political discussions, and money. Anything. While he is hanging out with you and whoever else. Dirk will celebrate the present like no one else and make you feel like you are the most important person for miles. Even if he doesn't know you. Just be careful though. If you feel betrayed because he's late to meet you, he's just following tenet number 3. Be unpredictable. Don't take it personally. Once he does arrive, he's all yours. Tenet number 6. Food makes the man. For this one, I'll use a Yelp.com review written by none other than Dirk. And it sings the praises of his favorite burrito joint, Rosita's, which we have frequented quite often, as well as Cara. If it's true that you are what you eat, then about 10% of what is now my body was formerly Super Pastor burritos at Rosita's. And 5% more is a technicolor hodgepodge of all their different yummy salsas. So if you do a little arithmetic, we've got 85% left of Dirk. So I took a gander at what that is comprised of, and I think most of it is filled up with Korean barbecue, beer, various barbecue sauces, pho, agua frescas, spicy Indian, bacon cheeseburgers, Mexican salsas, Thai curries, borscht, and most recently, more than his fair share of gluten-free foods. Dirk eats like he lives. More is standard, messy is better, and spicy is best. Well, that's all I've got. I'm sure I'm just scratching the surface, but time is not on my side. Hopefully, Cara, this guide will at least provide you with some assistance during your lifetime of travels and adventures with Dirk. Good luck in Boston. It's going to be bittersweet. Although we will have fewer laughs and intellectual conversations around here on the West Coast, all of us know that you will have an exciting time together in Boston. All you need to do is make sure there's a little bit of hardwood flooring for me to crash on. Please raise your glasses for Cara and Dirk. May the Tao of Dirk guide you.